Hello good people, how are you keeping? Good. Just wondered if you saw the little skit I did for Brendan, the West Aussie, on his Friday's Funny show, about a little skit I did about my friends Simon, Barry and Thrush and their nicknames and how they got them. No? Well, too bad, because here it is again. Going for a drink later with three of my mates. There'll be Simon, Barry and Thrush there. Simon's got a lot of worries at the moment. We just call him Big Sigh. Barry be there, or Bowzer as we call him. Miserable bastard. We call him Irritable Bowz. And Thrush will be there. We called him Thrush because he's an irritating cunt. Enjoy that? Nope. Okay. Anyway, the skit reminded me of in a previous life I was a postman with Royal Mail and a union rep, and I happened to be branch editor for my branch, which was this one, the London West End Amalgamated CWU, and this is one of the branch magazines I produced. The magazine's actually called Assaulting Life. This happens to be a Christmas edition, and this was produced in December 1997. And the reason I'm telling you all this is because one of the articles I did was one that was called, bear with me, you see that? What's in a Nickname? And I do a whole page of some of the nicknames that my colleagues enjoyed while I was a postman. You have to appreciate, I worked on a night shift of 200 people, and there was about 15 Davids, 6 Andrews, 10 Steves. So if you ever called out anyone's name, about 5 or 6 people would answer, guaranteed. So we sort of adopted nicknames for people just to differentiate. Some of the names were friendly, some of them were clever, some of them you would only say behind their back when the people wasn't present. But I'm going to share with you some of the ones I've got down on this article, if you don't mind. Right, the first one is a very good colleague of mine, and we called him Spewey. His surname was Green, so it was Spewey Green. And we had a celebrity who ran a talent show, probably in the 70s, 80s, and when Spewey had a beer, he would be sick every time. So he coined the name Spewey Green. The next one I've got down here I'm going to tell you about was a fella called Pete the Sweet. Obviously his name was Peter, and he never without a pocket full of sweets. So if you ever needed sugar, he was the man to see. Another one here, I've got Frenchy. He was a Frenchman, and I've actually got it, not very PC, but I've just described him as a French bastard. As I say, not very PC, I've changed. Next one down is Rusty, and I'll put here Ginger Bastard. He looks like someone left him out in the rain as a kid. The next one I can mention is Hooter, and I've put, despite great expense to the taxpayer, Trevor's attempts to lessen his conk have failed miserably. Like I'm one to talk, but no. So that's my postman colleagues, and then some of the nicknames we had for them. But I've also got a few here for our managers. First one is TCD, and this was actually made up by a chief inspector on my shift, and it stood for that, CUNT Dunnings. That was the manager's surnames, and we revelled in using it because to call a manager TCD with a name that included the CUNT word in the middle was fantastic. The next one was our shift manager, the Pie Man. Absolutely nasty little short fat man, for want of a better word, and I've written here, this nickname was given to him by the shift because of his rotund appearance. The shift often sang the ditty "Who ate all the pies?" ending with "You fat bastard, you fat bastard." And although a nasty man, I'll give him his due, he never disciplined anyone. Very hard to discipline someone when you've got 200 blokes singing that song at you. Next one, another manager, we coined him Muscles. because it was about 4 stone dripping wet. Obviously he didn't have any muscles, so cordoning muscles wound him up. Job done. And the last one, another manager, but actually a very nice guy, could do anything to help you if he could, but he was absolutely useless in a crisis. And his name was Tyrone. He was a South African fella. His name was Tyrone, but as I say, no good in a crisis. So he coined the name Ty Panic, because he always acted like the ship was going down when things went wrong. So yeah, that's the people I work with, and that's my fascination with nicknames. And I'm going to hand the baton over to you, my wonderful subscribers, and I'm going to ask you to let me know in your comments below in the smiler bar what fascinating, wonderful and brilliant nicknames do you know for people. Anyway, you take care, have a good weekend. Bye bye.